like a ball.
It's a reality that sucks, but you know what? It's much better to face reality than have it face you, because eventually it will catch up to you. You know, what you want to be is be proactive with reality and face it before it has to face you. Make sense? Any questions? All right, good. So it's not about sex, but following your own boundaries. I don't know where I put that. Sometimes I put some crazy shit here. So what you must first do is develop your own inner authority, right? Get in touch with your inner father, the father that feels rage at its child being bullied, and use that assertion, right? In other words, you got to realize that every man and woman has an inner mother and an inner father. Shamans, the ones who were considered to be the wisest people in the tribe, got their wisdom from either, if he was a man, their inner mother, and if she was a woman, their inner father. That's who they got their wisdom from. Now, why do I say that? With men, think about it. Men are naturally more what? More aggressive, more me, right? So what does women say? Let's get everyone to work together, right? So naturally, a man's bias will be towards me. He got to be able to balance that energy and consult the inner woman within him, right? So he'll naturally have a more harmonious way of thinking, which will lead to wiser and better decisions, right? But women, on the other hand, they have the soft nurturing part of them, right, which is more forgiving, which is more prone to bring people together, but they don't have that aggressive inner father inside of them that will stand up to people who are bullying you, that's less forgiving. It is a yin and a yang. It is about balancing that. And rather than feeling that passive aggression, which women are pretty good at, you gotta learn how to develop, rather than developing aggression, develop assertiveness, which is completely different. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Right? And so this is what you guys gotta do. The inner authority comes out during moments when you have to do something, right? When you're noticing that you have work to do and you have no other time right now, so you get it done. You notice this inner authority when you gotta go to work, right? As opposed to when nobody's forcing you to go to work, you don't go to work. But all of a sudden, when you gotta go to work, there's something inside of you that forces you to get up even though you don't want to. Only when there's outside pressure, right? That inner authority is your higher self. It is the part of you that gives you the discipline, right? So creating boundaries, you first have to create inner boundaries. And what we're gonna be talking about is not just boundaries in terms of people, but boundaries within yourself. You know, knowing when to study, knowing when to go to work. And then that'll naturally expand to setting boundaries to everyone, because that's gonna be part of your reality. You feel me? Yeah. So you gotta learn to swing that sword around in small ways first, right? In other words, you gotta learn how to assert yourself. I'm getting ahead of myself, but we're gonna get to it, right? You gotta learn to assert yourself in small ways first. We're not gonna be confronting the last big ass thing first. You first have to assert yourself in small ways first and build it up after a while, because the mistake that people do is that they sort of, how can I say this? They attack the big fish first, right? You first want to start saying no in small ways, crawling before walking, all right? So what we want to do is this: we don't want to build the wall, okay? We don't want to build walls. We want to create boundaries. It's completely different. Building walls is more of a trauma, right? When somebody hurts you, when you feel violated in a certain way, you create boundaries, but they're more walls than boundaries. They're more to isolate yourself, right? When you create boundaries, it's more about creating a harmonious and healthy environment where you work with your own self, where do this at this time, and with other people, they sense that you have limits. Does that make sense? Because, man, if you don't have this, your life is going to be chaotic. You're going to be emotional, and it's going to affect every aspect of your life. You see what I'm saying? All right, but we want to consciously develop those boundaries. Okay, so because life is all about limitations, right? If you don't limit something, it'll turn against you and consume you, like a cancer, right? What's cancer? Cancer is I don't know about cancer too much, right? But cancer is something that's like growing at a rapid rate. It has no boundaries. You see, life is all about boundaries. What do I mean by that? Like, a cell is alive because it has boundaries. There's a boundary between itself, right? And it's the boundary is usually out of, I guess, it's oil. I heard oil is the source of life because oil separates water, right? So water, it creates like a little boundary, and you know, it's able to have a little ecosystem. But what was I saying? So if you don't limit something, it'll turn against you and consume you, right? Addictions are a lack of boundaries. Disrespect are a lack of boundaries, right? So this is what we want to do, is be able to have control over ourselves. The reason why a lot of people don't have control over their lives is just because they have no boundaries. And again, it's not about creating boundaries with just people. The first place you got to create boundary is within yourself. Demanding certain things from people. And demanding respect for yourself. Demanding that you're not going to feel this way. Demanding that you're not going to let people treat you this way. So you first treat yourself that way. You first elevate that level of standard towards yourself. And it'll naturally be projected onto people, towards people, not in an aggressive way, but in an assertive, calm way. And I can promise you, when you do this, again, like I said, your circle will lessen, but it's gonna be more quality than quantity. You see? So.
All right, guys. So I want you guys to check out my online course called Dark Game. That's right, people. Dark Game. And this course is pretty much, I review to you the secret tactics, the secret techniques to create attraction in almost any woman, right? But not just attraction to the point that makes her want to see you all the time, where she's the one initiating all the contact, right? Now just imagine to be able to keep all of the girls in your life that you lost because of your stupidity. Imagine, and I had stupidity too. Imagine being able to keep them. Imagine being able to have 5, 6 women available to you, wanting to see you. Imagine being able to create intense relationships where they're all doing all the work. People, that kind of stuff does exist, people. Now, I'm not going to promise you that you're going to bang like 40, 50 women. I'm going to promise you that you're going to be able to keep the women you have, that you get with. I can promise you that keeping them will increase with this course. But let me keep showing you something. This course is pretty huge, people. It's a huge course. This course has over 50 videos. 50 videos, right? And some of them you could get for free. If you just sign up, you get free videos, right? But in these videos, let me show you guys the course, right?
All right, guys.
Shit. That's me right there, right? In this video, I pretty much teach you guys how to find your purpose. Right? All this is how to find your purpose, discovering your purpose, right? I teach you guys then about female psychology, all of the principles about female psychology you guys need to understand. I then teach you guys the mindset, the proper mindset that you guys need to deal with women. After that, I teach you guys 21 videos on how to game. I mean, it's pretty much unbelievable, man. I gotta make this available, right? But it's unbelievable how many, I pretty much put everything: outer game, social circuit game, strategies, threesomes, foursomes, everything, right? And on top of that, I give you guys a few bonuses: how to overcome approach anxiety, why you can't take actions, a Dickens pattern to change your mentality, how to go from open to transitions, right? 81-minute long, people. This is like, I don't know how long this is, but this is hours, and I mean hours worth of content. And you get a 30-day money back guarantee. I mean, you without questions asked. All for $99, people. People, this could be around a few thousands, to be honest with you, right? But you guys get it for $99, right? All you gotta do is just go over here, purchase the course, and you'll get access to it. And if you don't like it, you could just message me and get your money back, people. Look, man, don't be hard-headed, people. Don't be hard-headed. This is the course that you guys need, right? It gives you guys everything. I cover everything. I could promise you, man, you're not gonna get a more in-depth course on how to attract women and keep them more than this. All right. Anyways, people, check it out. 30-day money back guarantee. There is no risk, and you can get the free course. You can get the free trial. The free trial are these videos that you get for free, right? You guys could just sign up. You could watch all of these videos for free, right? And you don't have to pay. All right. Anyways, I'll see you guys inside. I want to see you guys inside because, again, people, you can't lose nothing. There's a 30-day money back.